in more than one way. There is much to be gained from never giving up on your linguistic endeavor. We will show you how. Lesson plan. Before marching off on any task, you should always have the right equipment. But what is the right equipment for learning a new language, especially if you're new to this process? Here are some of the most important tools that you will need and information about each. Audio example. An audio example is a way to hear the correct pronunciation of the language you are trying to learn. Any translation device, mobile app, or simply Google Translate or foreign dictionary on the internet that offers audio pronunciation will do. Voice recorder. You will want one with enough quality to play your voice back well. Most phones come with recorders that are perfect, but remember to test them for quality first. Picture flashcards. When learning a new language, image association is twice as permanent and 3 times as fast as word-to-word translation. And here's a tip. When getting flashcards, you can purchase decks created for children from stores or make your own. Avoid cards that already have words on them unless you're willing to block them out or cover them up. Timer. Most phones have these. And paper and pencils. Pens work too. Now that you're prepared to jump into a new language, let's get underway with the actual steps to get started. Here are the 3 basic components that we will cover for Language Learning Boot Camp. 1. Phonetics, the way the words sound. 2. Grammar, the structure of words and sentences. 3. Practice, putting it all together. So let's proceed onward in this order. Another tip, remember to follow each drill or step by doing it in real time. You can read the entire lesson first for basic understanding, but only with actual participation will you be able to learn the language you desire. Section 2. Phonetic Words Pronunciation. Speaking component. Did you know that you never have to put a single pencil to paper to understand how a language sounds or is spoken? Phonetics is not hard at all. You simply listen and repeat. The hard part is remembering what it is that you have learned to say. For this component, you will need to use a technique that is rather new but incredibly effective. It is referred to as graduated interval recall. We will simply call it GIR. GIR is just a fancy name for a simple concept. Once you hear a word, your brain begins to forget it. If you remind yourself of the word too quickly, your brain will confuse the first time you said it with the second time you repeated it. On the other hand, if you remind yourself of the word too late, your brain will not remember that there was ever a first time hearing the word. It will view the second reminder as the first time ever hearing the word in question. Instead, if you wait for the opportune moment to remind yourself of that word, your brain will then double the amount of time before you forget it again. The suggested interval begins with 5 and 10 seconds, then 2 and 10 minutes, and on up through days. It all sounds confusing now, but you will eventually get the hang of it. The following drills we have set up will help make sure that you are getting the reminders you need at the times that you will need them. This helps you maximize your retention of your new language. The language we will be using for these drills is Japanese. This part may be learned in a maximum of a day. Phase 1. Gather all of your tools together and settle into a nice quiet place to study if you haven't done so already. For this lesson, you will be speaking out loud and pronouncing sounds that you haven't made before. To ensure that you're doing all this properly, you can have a partner work with you and tell you of any mistakes you are making. You can also correct yourself with a voice recorder, so if you would rather work alone, make sure that it is in a place where you will not be disturbed or embarrassed by others, or disturbed.